What up, YouTube? It's your boy back with some cool math lessons. Alright, today we're doing systems of equations. Elimination. Last time we did substitution. This time we're trying a new method called elimination. We got one extra step involved here. It's like slightly more complicated. I think we'll pick it up fine though. Alright, in order to solve with elimination, follow these steps. Alright, first, choose a variable to eliminate. Alright, so for this method, we're actually going to be using both of our equations at the same time, so we don't have to pick an equation. All we got to do is pick either x or y to get rid of. Okay, so first, pick a variable to eliminate. Second, make coefficients equal and opposite. Okay, so you're going to see what this means and why it makes sense once you do an example problem. Key word here, coefficients. So that's the number that we multiply our variable by. So down here, our coefficient is 3, for example. Okay, so moving on. 3. Add equations together. Okay, this is where it gets a little weird. I think you guys might have done this 2 years ago. I don't remember for sure. Elimination method, we're actually going to take both of our equations and add them together on top of each other. Okay, 4. Solve for remaining variable. Okay, so once we picked a variable to eliminate and added our equations together, we're down to one variable. You're going to solve for that. And then number 5, solve for first variable. Or I guess another way we could put this is eliminated variable. So the variable that we eliminated, we're going to go back and solve for it. Okay, let's actually put this into practice, see what it looks like. Here's the system of equations. 3x minus 6y equals 30. 5x plus 6y equals negative 14. Alright, so today, I think we're going to eliminate the y. And we're going to see why in a second. So we picked y to eliminate. Now we have to make our coefficients equal and opposite. Okay, this is why we picked them. Our coefficient is negative 6 and positive 6. Okay, they are equal in that they're both 6, and they're opposite because one is positive, one is negative. Okay, so steps 1 and 2, they're already done. We picked y to eliminate, and our coefficients are equal and opposite, which means now we can add our equations together. This is where it gets kind of weird, not like we've done anything before. We're just going to add down though. Okay, so once our variables are aligned on top of each other like this, we get 3x plus 5x. Those are like terms, we can combine them to get 8x. Negative 6y plus 6y, those cancel out. That was our goal. So really it's plus 0 here. There's nothing in there. And then 30 plus negative 14 is going to be 16. Okay, now what's left is 8x equals 16. Okay, we added our equations together. We got to solve for this remaining variable. We're going to solve for x. To get x by itself, we divide by 8. So x is 2. Alright, step 5, last step, solve for eliminated variable. So we got to take 2, plug it back into one of these equations. So let's use our first one. 3 times 2 instead of x minus 6y equals 30. And then we just simplify. 6 minus 6y equals 30. So negative 6y equals 24. We subtracted 6 from both sides and got negative 6y equals 24. Divide by negative 6. We get y equals negative 4. Okay, so 2 comma negative 4. That's our answer. Not too tough. But steps 1 and 2 were already done for us because we had negative 6y, positive 6y. Alright, now we're actually going to have to make that happen down here. Okay, we have to do steps 1 and 2. Alright, so Which one are we going to eliminate here? One of these is actually a better option than the other. I think we're going to do x. Let's eliminate x. Because remember, we have to make our coefficients equal and opposite. Okay? So here we have a -1. And here we have a -3. So we have to multiply one of these equations, or both in some cases. But we have to multiply one of these equations so that these coefficients become equal and opposite. Okay? So we can actually multiply our entire second equation by -3. And what that's going to do is change this -1 to a +3. So let's just move everything over one space. -3x plus 3y equals 21. That's our first equation. We're just rewriting it. Now we got to take our second equation and multiply through everything by -3. So -1 times -3 gives us +3, so 3x. -5y times -3 is plus 15y. And then -17 times -3 is 51. Okay? So now we can go ahead and add equations together. That's step 3. So we're going to add down -3x plus 3x. Those cancel out. We get 0. Plus 3y plus 15y is 18y. 21 plus 51 is 72. So now we have 18y equals 72. Divide both sides by 18. We get y equals 4. Not done yet though. We got to go back in, plug it into one of our equations. Let's choose our second one. It was -x minus 5y equals -17. We'll plug this y in. We get -x minus 5 times 4 equals -17. So -x minus 20 equals -17. 17. Okay, -17. That is a mess. I'm sorry. So add 20 to both sides. We get -x equals 3. So x equals -3. -3 comma 4 is our final answer. Alright, so personally, I prefer substitution over elimination, but it really depends on which case it is. So obviously something like this, elimination is going to be way easier than solving for a variable and substituting. Okay, but maybe down here, to avoid multiplying, we could have solved for x, and that could have been pretty easy for us. Okay, so either way, it's fine. A lot of that's just going to be up to you. I'll let you choose which one you prefer. But yeah, those are the two main ways we got to solve equations. Cool. I will catch you guys soon. Make sure you like and subscribe.